Hello, everyone. It's September 22nd, 2021, and we're very excited to be coming your way. Today is Wednesday, of course, 6 p.m. CST, and it is the Progressive Minds Time show right here in the beautiful city in the world. It is officially the second most beautiful city in the world. I am proud to be in it. I'm proud to be a member of it. Good evening. I'm very proud that you tune into the Progressive Mind show this evening. And we are live, of course, here on YouTube. We're live. You can watch us on Twitter, Progressive Minds. And as you watching, we encourage you to share the feed so that we can give a lot of courage and motivation to the future generation. Okay, this folks here, they are the ones that will be running things in the near future, and so we at Progressive Minds always want to encourage this, give them the platform so we can hear them out. And so I am glad that you joined us this evening. Before the show continues, we will go to the Captain Mike segment where we take weather, sports, and fitness. Once we come back, we would continue the conversation, and it looks like his feed is giving us a little bit of glitch. We hope that we're able to right the storm and get this one out, and then come back to you for the rest of the evening. Again, stay tuned as we take the Captain Mike segment, bro. How is the feed looking now? Can you hear me?
All right, I think I'm up.
Yes. It is. It is. It's all yours now. Take it from here.
All right. Well, looking at our current weather out of Midway, 60 degrees. It's starting to cool off. Winds are out of the north, 20 miles per hour, some gusting up to 30 miles an hour. And we're going to have some off and on rain tonight, off and on rain tomorrow. So let's take a look at our forecast. It's going to be kind of consistent this time of year because now we're getting into fall. So for the rest of tonight, we're going to have a low about 55 in the 50s. Looking at tomorrow, off and on rain, 55, low in mid 50s. Friday, a pretty nice day. Rain pretty late overnight, 75 high, 53 low. Saturday, rain is going to end very early. It's going to have west winds. Sunday, a really nice day, 76 high, 55 low. Winds are out of the south, 5 miles an hour. Monday, possible rain early, up to 82 degrees. Southwest winds 10 to 15. Tuesday, 72 degrees. Really nice day. Winds are going to switch around to the north at 5 to 10. And Wednesday, we're looking at right now 75 degrees and a really nice day with east winds about 10 miles an hour. So it's that time of the year where really nice weather, and it's going to start getting cooler in the night. So keep those jackets ready. But in the daytime, we're going to be in the 70s. Looking at sports right now, the Twins are going to be playing the Cubs at about 6:40. So in about 35 minutes, they're going to start the first pitch. The New England Revolution's playing the Fire at Soldier Field. And in the health and fitness report, vaping. Some people think vaping is safer than cigarettes, but vaping with nicotine included in it is as detrimental to your health as smoking. According to blackdoctor.org, nicotine-laden e-cigarettes can raise a user's risk of blood clots, damage small blood vessels, and raise the heart rate and blood pressure. It's similar as regular cigarettes. A study at Karolinska Institute in Stockholm said the blood clots can lead to clogged up and narrow blood vessels, which can put people at risk of heart attacks and strokes. E-cigarettes should not be thought of as a safer alternative to traditional cigarettes. Because these findings were presented at a medical meeting, the results were considered preliminary, and you should wait for them to be published in a peer-reviewed journal. But if you're having a problem with smoking cigarettes or e-cigarettes, vaping, ask your doctor or medical health professional on how to stop smoking. Because as we know here on the Progressive Mind Show, smoking is bad. There's no good reasons to smoke. Or go to the American Lung Association website, www.lungusa.org, www.lungusa.org. Find out how to stop smoking. And with that, Sina, we're going back to you.
Yeah, Captain Mike, thank you so much for giving us the updates on weather, sports, and fitness. We are glad and we really appreciate you. I know we keep getting the airline industry updates, and I don't know how it's looking at the moment. The assumption is that things are back, technically, and the airline industry should be fully recovered, right?
Well, we're still not 100% where we were 2 years ago. We're still waiting on the international travel to pick back up to 100%, which to about 80% of where we were 2 years ago. So we're getting close. We're getting close. Numbers are getting very close. Attendance. So we're still planning on having a really busy weekend. Stay safe out there. Ask.
Man,
Gonna have another outbreak, and that might slow things down. But for now,
okay. Yeah, it's a challenge. We're having that challenge with Captain Mike's feed today. Please pardon us. But the show will continue right away with this bright, beautiful young fellows who are our future. I think that Ernest is struggling with his feed. So Ernest, if you can hear me, you may want to try another computer, or you can use your phone. See if that helps. Your camera was fine. I mean, your feed was fine until we started, so I'm not too sure what's going on. Hopefully, Ernest can join us. But as I stated, this is the Progressive Mind Show. We like that you subscribe to our channels, the Progressive Minds. We are here every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. and on Sundays from 4 to 6 p.m. CST. Here is where we build our community through dialogues. Here is where we try to change mindsets positively in the diaspora and on the continent of Africa. Again, this is the platform where we give voice to our youth and the next generation to speak to us what it is that it is on their hearts and on their minds. These are very bright, young, talented people that we want to talk to today. We have Michaela in the house. Let me go take my time and do a proper introduction. So Michaela, let me start from here. So we have Jordan. Jordan KEMIGISA is with the Jacobs High School. She's in the 9th grade. Jordan, is she here with us? Hey, Jordan. Okay? Now you can unmute yourself. Okay, you're live now, so you can unmute yourself.
Okay.
All right, Jordan. Thank you so much for joining us. BRYAN KIGONGO is at Hartley High School. He's a senior there. BRYAN, can you give a high five to everybody? Awesome. And then we have Nathan AGUDZI ADDO. Nathan is with the GEARY County Schools up there in the state of Kansas. Nathan, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. How are you?
I am very well. Elizabeth AGUDZI is also here with us. She's also at GEARY County Schools. Elizabeth, how's it going with you?
It's going pretty good.
Awesome. And then we have Michaela Hollinsworth. Yes, the last name, I was trying to get the last name, Hollingsworth. She is at KENWOOD Academy, 9th grader, of course, in the city of Chicago. How's it going, Michaela?
I'm well. How are you?
Awesome. Thank you. And Ernest, can you hear us now? Okay, so we may have to. Mark, can you hear us? Okay, so let's start with Michaela. So we'll start in the order of the way things are arranged on the screen. Okay, so it doesn't matter. We can start anywhere, but we just start with Michaela. So you are in, what grade are you, Michaela?
I'm in 9th grade. I'm a freshman.
Okay, freshman, a 9th grader. And if you want to tell us briefly, do you watch the news, Michaela?
Not as much as I used to, but every now and again, yes.
Okay. What do you like to do, like your interest, apart when you're not in school studying? What are some of the things that you like to do to make you happy? Or
mainly listening to music, writing, really anything creative. So drawing, like most things in the creative realm, you're probably going to find me doing it.
Okay. Michaela likes to be creative, less TV, less movies.
I love to watch movies, but I don't watch that much TV.
Okay. So Nathan, how about you?
I'm in 11th grade. In my free time, I like to draw, or I like to work out in my free time also because I like to do sports.
Okay, what kind of sports?
I run track.
Okay.
I'm not very good at basketball, but I played soccer when I was younger, and that's where the sports kind of started.
I like that he said the way he said it when he was younger, which means the man is grown. Okay, he's a full-grown man now. So I like that. If you say younger, we're saying maybe what age are we talking? 5, 6, 7?
From ages like 5 to 10.
Okay, all right. Thank you for sharing. TV and any particular type of movies that you enjoy watching?
I really watch any movies, but I don't watch them too often. Unless we're like chilling with the whole family watching the movies, then I won't watch them on my free time.
Okay. Your dad likes to keep you on the track more than trying to have you watch movies, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I know that man. I mean, he doesn't play.
He doesn't.
And I love the fact that he's a sportsman himself. So, love his energy. Great man. BRYAN KIGONGO, what's up? Can you hear us? Your mic is off though. Let me FYI.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so I was trying to get BRYAN, but BRYAN, tell us who is BRYAN? What would you like to do if you're not in school?
All right, I'm BRYAN. I'm in 12th grade, and I like to listen to music. I like playing sports, soccer, football, basketball, all sports. I like hanging out with friends and family, and yeah, I like doing everything.
Wow, the man likes to do everything. I wonder how he gets time to manage all of that. Well, tells us that you are a good multitasker, so that's wonderful. Mark, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, what do you like to do when you're not in school?
I like to play basketball. I like to hang out with my family, and I like to like in my free time. Sometimes I like to help out other people when they're in need. And
Sometimes you like to help out other people. Okay, I like that. Okay, that's beautiful.
yeah,
And when you get a chance, Mark, I'd like you to flip your phone for me. But let's go to Elizabeth.
yeah, I
Um,
tried, but
okay, it's not working. You just have to turn on the rotate thing, and then it should be working.
yeah,
But Elizabeth,
it goes like this.
okay, because you have to activate the rotate on the phone. But Elizabeth, tell us
Yeah.
what you like to do when you're not in school.
I'm in 8th grade. What I like to do when I'm not in school, basketball, track, drawing, the usual.
So
And you watch some movies, TV as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Any type of movies that you're very interested in and you like, and oh my gosh, kind of movie?
No, I just watch anything that's there.
Wow, anything. Is it? Do you guys just watch anything too? Everybody just watches anything? Yeah. Okay. I think it's a youth thing, right? You all have, you just have time to not time, but you're just open-minded and like to see different things. All right. Favorite subject. BRYAN, did you get to respond to the question for everybody? The first question.
And my name's BRYAN, and outside of school, I like to run and do track, hang out with my friends and family. Yeah.
You look like somebody who might be good with math. Am I right?
I mean, I guess.
Okay. What is your favorite subject? Let me put it that way.
English.
Okay. English. I guess, are we working towards being a lawyer or something like that? No? Okay. Awesome. We have a feed in the chat. Let's see. Okay, awesome. So let's now, what is your favorite subject, Michaela?
My favorite subject is history, social studies, anything in that realm.
Okay, and so what are you aspiring to become once you grow up, or once you are there, career-wise?
Possibly some kind of educator, either in early development or in history.
Mm-hmm. is there any particular reason, or this is something you feel like you maybe is that's job security, or you just love doing it?
I've been told that I work well with children, so and that's one of my main reasons for wanting to do it. But also, since I like love to talk about history or like just learn new things about different cultures and things, that's one of my main reasons for wanting to do it.
You like to talk about history. Tell us a little bit about history.
Um,
Not every history, but you've learned. The assumption is that if you like to talk about history, I'm sure you're a beautiful Black young lady, so I'm sure you've done some studies in that realms, African history, and all of that.
mhm.
Something interesting or intriguing that you want to share with all of us. Who knows? I may learn something. Your friends may learn something about
I'm
Black
trying
or
to think because there's so many parts of like African American history because it's such a rich culture.
okay.
But probably I'll just say a quick thing about the Chicago race riots, because that's something that was really important to me. It was something very like important in my in some of my learning, and I've done like a project on it and everything.
Okay.
It basically was a 3-day long event that happened because of the Great Migration from the South to the North with Black Americans, and how there were many white Americans that were not pleased with it because a lot of the jobs were being taken away from them, and because there were so many new Black people coming to the North and getting jobs. So there were a lot of fights and protests and riots that broke out because of it.
Yeah.
And it was basically just a massacre for 3 days long.
Wow. Wow. Thanks for sharing. I wasn't expecting this, but you've just proving, your intelligence when it comes to the field that you desire to be in. And so thanks so much for sharing. Who on this platform knew the story she just shared before she just told us? Oh, okay. Bryan, you knew about it. Okay, so Nathan, you knew about it too?
Just a little bit, not a lot.
Not a lot. So who would say they just learned something from what she shared? Okay, Elizabeth. Okay, and Jordan. Awesome. Brianna, did you get something from what she just shared? Okay. All right. And for you personally, I'd like to go to Nathan, but Michaela, for this story that you just told us, if you learned anything at all from it, what was that one thing that you would say that I'm sure you got a lot from it, but maybe something stood out to you? And if it did, what would be that, if you want to share?
One thing would be I learned even more about the Black struggle that has plagued America for so long, because it's been 400 years since slavery or since the beginning of slavery, I should say. Okay. And it just shows how far we've come, but also like how much more work that we have to do.
Wow, man. Okay, so social activist, political science, or career in politics, who knows? We might be looking at the next mayor, the next governor, state attorney, all of that. Because you speak so eloquently and you sound very bright. So thanks for sharing, Michaela. Nathan, what's your favorite subject?
I like most things science related. Like last year, I took chemistry. That was my favorite subject.
Okay, and so so chemistry is your thing. How about math and all of that?
I mean, I'm good at it, but you need math to do science most of the time, but
yeah,
just like the science part better.
Okay, so what are you aspiring to be with all this chemistry, skills that you're picking up and all of that? What are you aspiring to become when you grow up?
I have no idea.
I love that. That is one of the brilliant questions I like to hear. I have no idea. Because when I was like you, I had no clue. Your dad and I, we didn't have a clue. Your dad was good though. He played tennis, but I know being my friend, I know he didn't have a clue what he was going to become, so But we're striving to be the best as we could, listening to our parents, studying, as much as we can. And so perfect answer. As you go along, it will come to you. So thanks for sharing. Brianna, you want to tell us your favorite subject and what you aspire to become when you grow up?
My favorite subject is English again, and when I grow up, I want to become a doctor.
Okay, medical doctor. Don't worry, keep your mic audio on. We want to hear it. Yeah, so medical doctor.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm guessing your favorite subjects are math, science, chemistry, biology, all of that.
My favorite subject is English.
Okay, but medicine is the end goal.
Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful. Why now? Medicine, of course, is broad. So I is a guy, becoming a doctor. I mean, ER doctor, anesthesiologist, all of that. There are so many divisions when it comes to medicine. Okay, so which one are you looking at?
Maybe for now, maybe a pediatrician, but I might want to change it.
Oh, okay, you might want to change that. That means you love kids.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe more work with kids. That's beautiful. That's awesome. Let's hear from Jordan.
Hello?
Jordan, go ahead.
Hello, is my mic audio clear?
Yes, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name is Jordan. I'm in 9th grade, and some of my favorite hobbies are drawing, writing. I love running and playing tennis, which I recently started.
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? Yeah.
Okay, Jordan, I don't think we can hear you. I don't know what's going on here.
Can
you hear me, Jordan?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear my microphone?
For some reason, I can't hear Jordan. Okay, let's see if we can hear from Bryan.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Your microphone is muted, Jordan. Bryan.
Can anyone else hear me?
Okay, so
Yeah,
we're having a little bit of okay, so now I can hear you. I think there was a little glitch with Jordan's feed, but I think I can hear you now. So Jordan, you said you wanted to be, I think I missed it. You mind sharing again?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. And please keep your microphones on, okay? You don't have to mute them, just keep them on. If I'm getting feedback, I'll control it from here. So just turn them on. That way we're not going. Go ahead, Jordan. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's all right. My name is Jordan KEMIGISA. I'm in the 9th grade. Some of my hobbies include drawing, writing, a little bit of reading. I recently started tennis, and I really love it. So yeah, and running as well.
Okay. So at the end of the day, what are you looking to become?
I've been told also, which was really cool, from Michaela and BRYAN, that I work really well with kids.
Okay.
And so I would love to look into either being like a pediatrician or coming to teach kids, like, of course, with the younger group, like elementary students.
Okay. It seems like all the doctors are trying to work with kids. How about men, man? We need some doctors too, right? Nathan. Bryan, Nathan, Mark, you all agree with me? Don't we need some doctors too?
Yeah, we need some doctors. I agree with you.
Oh yeah.
So who's gonna be that, Bryan?
I think it's Nathan.
No, I'm pretty sure it's Mark.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's Bryan.
Come on, guys. Why is everybody running away from it? Elizabeth, how about you?
What you mean, like?
Your favorite subject, and then what you aspire to become when you grow
up? My favorite subject is math. I don't know why. I just like it. I don't know what I want to be in the future.
Awesome. for now, what are some of the things that interest you a lot, Nathan and Elizabeth? Like apart from sports, what are some of the things that always come to your mind when it comes to your heart, it comes to your mind? Apart from, I know you love sports, you do sports, but is there anything else that intrigues you a lot that you think about most of the time? Let me ask Elizabeth first, and then Nathan.
Not really. I like drawing a lot, but I'm more of a social person, so I just like hanging out with people.
Oh, okay. Right, hanging out with people. Nice one. Nathan.
I said this before. I like drawing, but I'm always drawing.
Always drawing. Okay. All right. So thanks for sharing, guys. I don't know if you heard from Mark and Brian.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, Brian, we can hear. Did you get a chance to speak, Brian and Mark?
I did not get a chance to speak yet, actually.
All right, your turn now, bro.
Okay, I'm Brian. I already introduced myself, but my favorite things to do, I like playing like soccer. I've been playing soccer my whole life, so it's like my favorite sport, but I like playing other sports as well. And for what I want to be in the future, like right now in my school, we have this thing called like a medical academy where like they prepare students to like, they prepare us for like the medical world after high school, like in colleges and universities and stuff. So I'm in that right now. So for the future, I don't know what exactly I want to do in the medical field yet, because like it's super broad, like you said, but I do know that that's like the field I want to be in. I just don't know what exactly yet.
Okay. Hopefully you can become that one that takes care of men, just man, nothing else. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, we need you, man. Mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of the things that I like to do is that I'm really good with people. That's what a lot of people say. And I like to play basketball and I like sports.
Mark, are you shy?
And I just mostly want to kind of.
Are you a shy? Okay, you're a shy person, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I mean, like
guys,
camera,
isn't it
yeah,
interesting
but like in person.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying that in person, I'm not really shy, but like maybe on camera.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Anybody here would want to be in the media in the future sometime? Do something in the media space? Okay. Michaela. Okay. And then Jordan. Nice. So I asked Michaela, I think you or somebody else, that if you watch, how many of you watch TV a lot? Not just TV, but the news. Say if your parents are watching, you go sit with them, or just like to follow the news a lot. How many of you? Okay, so almost everybody except Elizabeth. Okay, Elizabeth is a cool one. She just like to draw and do her thing, read her book, just chill, Okay, cool. Let me hear from Nathan. When you watch the news, you go out with your parents, you go out to play sports and do all of these things, and you see the world, you see the way our world is going. What comes to your mind? What do you think of our world today, the world we're living in today? What are some of the things that roll in your mind and in your head when you look at how the world is going?
The world I'm living in right now, like with the people around me.
No, the world we're all living in. Again, you watch TV, right? You watch TV, you go to a grocery store.
I mean,
what's going on?
I don't watch it that often, but like in class, every once in a while, in U.S. history, actually, we watch the news and see what's going around in our world around us a little bit.
Yeah.
But watching the news, no, I don't.
You can hear it. You got it all the way down.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. There was some feedback, but go ahead.
No, I don't watch it that often, but I know there's a lot of things going on, and people are at strife with each other. But me, I don't really, like go out there and research these issues. I'm kind of just like in my own little bubble.
I know you're in your own little bubble. What do you think of the world? Like, anything comes to your head? Do you think the world is more peaceful? Do you think everybody treats people treat people well? Do you think that is a society where a lot of good things happening, and the world is is a good place where, I mean, those type of things, does it occur to you sometimes?
Not really. I mean, everyone knows that
Everyone.
the world isn't fair. Like, people have different situations.
Everybody knows that, but I want to know what you feel.
I don't really know too much about it now.
You're not sure. Okay, that's fine. That's fair. Elizabeth, anything comes to you when you watch the way our world is going today?
Not really. I don't like pay attention to that stuff most of the time.
Okay, no, that's fair. That's very fair. I mean, young people typically, I mean, it's not your thing to try to figure out what's going on in the world and trying to make a change, because you're focused on going to school and doing what your parents are asking you to do. So that's fair. I just want to know if any of you feel or have your own perception about the way this world is and what you think should be done. Let me go to Jordan. Anything jumps at you when you see how things are going? I think your mic is muted.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Like I said, do not mute your mic, guys. Just let it on. That way we don't have the back. Go ahead, Jordan.
I think one thing that really jumps at me is, coming from like politics or the different news. Like, there was a drive-by, like I think about 6 months ago, like a drive-by shooting. And sometimes when I look at things like that, it really makes me like really sad. And I wish that we could sometimes put away like our differences sometimes, or like really, get the help or the support that we need, or even if that is just by starting own little clubs, activities that we could help, make the world a better place. And when I see news like that, it really makes me want to do something and makes me want to, fight for change and stuff like that.
You said you heard about drive-by?
Yeah, there was a drive-by shooting.
Where?
It was in Kentucky.
Okay. Wow. I didn't hear about it, but
yeah, it was posted about 6 hours ago. So.
Oh wow, yeah. Wow. If you had power to change things, what would be that one thing that you'd be looking to try to tweak to make our world a better place?
I know that I can't always change people. Like, I can always take little steps, but one thing I think I would do is, give that help to everyone, make clubs in schools. Like, if you need that help, if you just need a support group, say, like, if you need anything, or one change I think I would make is always practicing those procedures, like in school where we have like the lockdown drills, just starting small clubs and activities to really help me, like to help.
Wow. Okay. Brilliant. That's a very powerful response, and I really appreciate that. I appreciate your comments and responses so far. I mean, showing how intelligent and deep you guys are. So really, really good. Michaela, if you, again, your observation of what's going on in the world, if you have, or if you think of it a certain way, feel free to express it. And if you had the power to change anything, what would that be?
For my perception of the world, I would say that, as basically everyone else has said, there are some serious changes that need to be made.
Okay.
But some things that I would, if I had the power to change, I would definitely do something about gun violence and just overall gun usage. I would also try to fix income inequality and like any other kind of barriers there are between people of a higher economic standing and people of a lower one. So those are my main things that I would try to fix.
Okay, great response. Why would you want to change do something about income inequalities?
Because I've seen how so many people like struggle because of they're lower incomes, and I have seen how like people of a higher social economic standing have not like done as much as I believe they should to help the people who are in need. So that's why I want everyone to be kind of on an equal playing field, so that we then can all just like learn to accept each other. Kind of.
Okay. That's a very smart answer. I think we are looking at the next politician here, man. This lady might be one. Yeah, the way you. Okay, Brianna, how about you? Do you have any feelings about our world today, or your thoughts about our world today? And if you, let's say, some magic happened and Brianna happens to be, what's the name? The vice president. The vice president, sorry, I'm forgetting. I'm drawing blanks now. But let's say you have the power to become, and you are the vice president, Kamala Harris. Okay, what's that one thing that you would like to change, and why?
Like just anything I want to change in the world?
No, not changing the world, but let's say if you have the power to change something in our world today, in America, let's say it's America. Okay. What would be that one thing that you would want to tweak? So yeah, I like your feedback, because that's a smart one. It was my fault. I had to be specific with my question. So yes.
I would try to change like the
Can you say that again, please?
Like hate crimes towards specific groups of people.
Okay, hate crimes.
Yeah.
Can you, okay, like what? What to you, what is hate crime? Have you seen one before? How does it look like?
Like, for example, like during when COVID started, like there was hate crimes toward Asians, or like when like 9/11 is around, there's like hate crimes towards Muslims, like those types of things.
Okay. And that's what you'd like to change. Very, very smart. Really appreciate that. Can we hear from BRYAN, KIGONGO?
Okay, wait. So the question is like, what have I noticed, like problems that are occurring in the world right now?
Yes. And what would you do if you had a power like Joe Biden has?
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm just gonna say this because I just went over this in school today. I know that there's climate change that's a really bad problem right now, because like with climate change, there's like.
Can you sit up so we can see you more?
You can't see me?
We can see you, but we want to see you a little bit better. Awesome. Go ahead.
Okay. For climate change, like big problems that are happening is for like temperatures, like maximum temperatures and minimum temperatures are both increasing, so it's getting way colder and way hotter than it really should be. And then I know that sea levels are rising, so like if you've been seeing like the hurricanes we've been getting like down south, like hurricanes are getting worse and worse, and overall like species are also like, you can say that like species are dying quicker than when they usually should be dying, because of like, let's say, pollution and all that. With like just overall climate change is just getting worse and worse as time goes on.
Right. So that's what you would like to change, man. I appreciate your response, man. That's a very smart one. We're still struggling to get Ernest in. Ernest, can you hear us? Okay. So it's unfortunate that we can get him on the feed. Sorry about that, Ernest. We'll keep trying. So COVID has hit us. It has hit the world. I mean, we've been dealing with it, and we're still struggling with it. Anybody lost a family member or a close friend to COVID? I'll start with Michaela.
No one extremely close to me, but I do know people who have passed away, unfortunately, due to COVID.
Okay, maybe yeah, so rest in peace. And what do you think of it? What do you make of COVID?
Well, my mother is a healthcare professional, so we are always staying informed about the newest variants or anything about the vaccines and things. So I believe it's a very serious issue that we should be doing more to try to stop.
what do you think? Do you think we've done enough as a people? We've done good to try to curb this?
If I'm going to be 100% honest, no, not at all. Because there are people who are either not going to get their vaccines or not going to wear masks, and they're the main issues as to why we're still in lockdown, why some people still have to do virtual learning, and why there's still thousands of people dying every day in hospitals. So
okay, so in your opinion, the people who have now vaccinated, they are the problems. They are the main problems why we haven't done well enough as a society to curb COVID-19.
Well, they are a major part of the problem, but there is also a problem with the government and how they are mandating people to get vaccines or wearing masks, because it's one thing to say that you should wear a mask, and it's one thing to force people to wear a mask. If everyone was forced to wear a mask, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in today.
Who else agree or disagree with what Michaela said?
I agree with what Michaela said. I think it's a correct statement.
Why?
Because with like mask. Wait. So Michaela, what would you say was the? Can you wrap up? I just want Michaela to wrap up what she said again.
I said that the government should be doing more towards like mask mandates and things. So it shouldn't be a suggestion to say, hey, you should wear a mask. It should be a requirement at all times, basically.
Okay, awesome. So now you can now you can respond, Bryan. And
I think that if everyone's like 100% required to wear a mask all the time in public, it's gonna help the safety of everyone, because it's gonna reduce the risk of, like, especially since Corona is such a big like problem right now, it's gonna reduce the risk of Corona spreading. So I think that it's a valid statement. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And let's hear from who else. Nathan, you were nodding to what she was saying. Okay, and then Jordan. So Nathan.
So I do agree with what she's saying. When COVID started and as we went through it, a lot of people didn't take it seriously, and they just didn't wear their masks, and they would join together in like big parties and stuff, and they'd all get infected and then just spread it to other people. She was saying that is part of the problem. Yeah, it is part of the problem, but you see a lot of places now are getting their masks as a requirement. And even if you're vaccinated, masks can still be everywhere, like in schools or in restaurants or at like the mall or something. And like, I'm starting to see that, now they're taking it more seriously.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks for a great response. In a short while, we will go to the feed to get comments. Your loved ones, friends, and I'm sure parents are here supporting you guys with a lot of comments. I would like to go through them and read them out. Please feel free to ring in and share this great future generations up if you have the time. The number is 815-277-5047. Feel free to ask them some interesting questions. These guys are smart and they got you. Just bring your questions. They'll respond. They've shown that for the past 45 minutes, and we have been on the Progressive Mind show talking to these great ones. And so please feel free to support them by ringing in and sharing some kind words of encouragement, comments. I also want to remind our audience that the Progressive Mind show is a 501c3 non-for-profit. We rely on your support a lot. So please go on our website, theprogressivemindshow.com or thepmsshow.com, and support us so we can keep bringing you these topical, pertinent issues week in, week out. We are here every Wednesday from 6 to 8 p.m. CST, and on Sundays, 4 to 6 p.m. We're also looking for volunteers in the area of social media, marketing, production assistant. So please feel free to reach out to us if you have the skill set and would like to volunteer to to make this work, even greater. Our phone number is 815-409-9123. When you go on our social media platforms, you can shoot us an email and shoot us a message on our social media platform, or contact me personally with is info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. We'd like to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll go to these great ones to ask them a few more questions regarding COVID, bullying, and back to school. How does it feel for them to literally be in the classroom now? We shall be right back after this short break.
Welcome. Chris Toffee Financial Company is ready and available either group or one-on-one basis to help you understand different investment opportunities in America that you can invest in with any amount. The right college account for your children to withdraw money. We can help you to get appropriate life insurance that you can withdraw money or take loan. And if you're in the process of buying or refinancing a vehicle or a house, we can help by building up your credit score. We also repair credit by permanently removing negative items such as medical bills, collections, late payments, foreclosure, bankruptcy, inquiries. We also help all businesses to get business loans and credit by building their business credit. If you need any of our services, please feel free to contact us at 512-999-6724 or chris@christoffee.com or visit www.christoffee.com. Thank you.
Back to the show. This is the Progressive Minds. We shall be right back. Here are the Progressive Minds. We also provide media services. So if you're looking for websites, logos, flyers, business card, any kind of artwork, reach out to us. The number is 815-409-9123. Email me at info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. Let's go back to this great ones. And we were on the subject COVID. Thoughts on COVID. Jordan, did we get to you on that?
No, not quite yet.
Let's get your thoughts on COVID, what you think of it, how you think it has affected our world. Did it affect or take any life in your immediate circles or the community that you live in?
I would say, first of all, not anybody that I know of that has passed away, not that I know of, but mostly in the Ugandan community. Yes, I've heard about it, which is very sad to hear because, COVID is such a very serious thing that also should be taken so seriously. And I just thank God that I'm so blessed and about with starting that school again, wearing masks, making sure that you try and get vaccinated. And I know there's a lot of Americans which are protesting against it, but masks should be mandatory, keeping safe, keeping that distance, because us as a people right now, it is heavily affecting us. And if we want to get better, we have to stick together. We have to work together, And I would want to say, forgive me if I'm wrong about the percentage. I think it's about 61% of eligible Americans right now are vaccinated, which is a good thing, but which is not enough because, it's just keeping that vaccination. I know that it may not be as a comfortable thing to most people, but I know people who have had COVID, who have been vaccinated, who have had their symptoms, were less severe as those who are unvaccinated. So I want to say, just keep those masks on, that distance, and just to stay very safe.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing. She said we should get it should be mandated. You all agree with the mandatory type of thing? The mandatory of mask? No, did you say, was it for mask or vaccine? Jordan, just want to make sure I heard it clearly.
Oh, pardon, could you repeat that, please?
You say you were asking, or you were advocating for mandatory mask or vaccine?
I would definitely say both.
Both? Okay.
Both of those.
You all agree to her advocacy or her opinion? Who else agrees with what she's saying? Okay, Michaela, and then Bryan. Okay. Brianna, your thoughts on COVID-19 and what you think we can do better, if you have any idea of what we can do better as a society in taking care of.
Michaela and Jordan have been saying, like, get your vaccines and wear your mask and, like, try not to still be so close to people, I guess.
Okay. Thanks for your response. And let's go to our feed and get all these great comments that have been coming through. So we have this one from Joanne Bavuga. Very intelligent kids here. So proud of you. Educate us, please, Jordan. Jackie B says, these people equals smart. Yes, you're right. Jake B says, hooray. Thank you so much, Jake B, for joining us on this particular subject. We encourage you to keep sharing the feed. You are listening to the Progressive Mind Show, where we build our community through these important conversations. These kids have been wonderful. These great ones. I always call them great ones. Great so far. So let's go back to the feed now. We have this from David Wesonga. Thanks to the Progressive Minds for getting the youth on the show. They are the future and can make the world a better place. Great minds on the show. Absolutely, absolutely. Great minds over here. Joyce Gittins, a very effective and affirmation communication. Members of this group could be future leaders. Absolutely. We're seeing future leaders. Thank you for your comments. Keep them coming. This is from Kwesi AGUDZI ADDO. You guys are awesome. It's encouraging that you guys are aware of the problems that exist. What do you guys think? What do you guys do individually in your space with friends, be it at school or church or even home, to change perceptions of COVID-19? That's a great question, and I'd like you all to answer. Who wants to respond to this question that came from Mr. Kwesi AGUDZI? He's saying, what would you guys do to change? And I think they answered it. I think they have responded to this question in the responses that they gave earlier. So, Mr. AGUDZI, I hope that, because they're saying vaccine, everybody should be vaccinated, everybody should wear their mask and social distance. So the assumption is that these are the conversations you have with your friends, be it at church, at school, or in social gatherings. Is that correct? Okay. Every head is nodding. So that goes to your response, Anthony. And if that satisfies you, let us know. Dr. Gail Frazier says, excellent work. Young people, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for bringing your comment in. Some noise, everyone, for... Okay. So Jake B says, you all should... Okay, everyone watching should make some noise for these young people. Unfortunately, we can't hear the noise when you make them. So you would have to call in to make that noise heard. The number is 815-277-5047. If you want to call and make that noise for these young people, please do so. The next comment is, great answer, students. Very knowledgeable about COVID-19 precautions. Let's go here. Great work. Proud of you all. This one is from Joshua Cheyoni. Thank you so much, Cheyoni, for your comment. Great feedback, guys. Nicole Wilson, thank you so much for chiming in and supporting these great ones. Me too. And I think that was a response to someone's comment. There's a ton of them, guys. Thank you, students, for good answers. Proud of you all. And then let's see if you can get this one. Tracy Steele says, Bryan, great climate change is so great. Bryan, great. Climate change is so important when it comes to our ecosystem. You are our best scientist. Thank you. And hopefully Bryan grows up to do something about climate change. Actually, I'm praying that one of you, the ones that aspire to become scientists and doctors, one of you would actually discover the cure for cancer. Wouldn't that be great? Who are the scientists here? Nathan is a scientist. I think Elizabeth too, right? So no, okay, Elizabeth is okay. So I think it's Nathan, Jordan, and Brianna, right? These are the scientists. No? Oh, okay. So it's Nathan. Okay. All right. So hopefully Nathan will be the one that discovers a cure for her for cancer. That'll be awesome. You will change the life of your family. Your daddy will retire early, because you make plenty of money. Okay, so guys, there's so many questions. Comments. Brian, that's sad. Noon talking about. Okay, that's crazy. Claire, remember you said that. Now, some of these comments I'm not understanding, so please pardon me if I'm not able to read through them. Hey, Brian, Jordan, Brian, and Mark, all of you kids. Okay, someone just saying hi to you guys. Dr. Brian KIGONGO with Mulaga Hospital. Okay. Hey, Brian, Jordan. I'm sorry, I think I already read this one. All right, so let's go to bullying, guys. We'll go to back to school. We'd like to talk about going back to school, but has any of you experienced bullying? Anybody here? Is that a no or yes? Okay. Elizabeth, you have. Tell us your story quickly. Briefly, if you don't mind.
It was like, it was second grade. It was more like physical. It wasn't really, anything like that. It was just, wouldn't leave me alone, I guess. He was rude, hurt me, kind of, I guess. I don't get bullied now. I'm more of the leader in situations. So yeah.
Thank you for sharing. You said, okay, so we don't have to go to the details of the bullying, but what you were able to turn that trauma, that negative experience, into a positive one by you becoming a leader. Like you said, you don't get bullied anymore. That's awesome. That's powerful. Thank you so much for sharing. Now, what you haven't experienced it? We know bullying. We know what bullying is. But what do you think of it when you think about it? And what do you think that we as adults, society, leaders should do to try to take care of this menace in our society?
Me?
Yes. Just a follow-up.
I think bullying, like when teachers and people and like principals and stuff say like, don't bully kids, all this stuff, I don't really think kids listen to it unless it's from like their peers and stuff. And like if their friends say, yeah, that's not cool, don't do that. I don't really think bullying happens nowadays. It's more like unreasonable joking. Like it wasn't necessary.
Okay. So in your opinion, when kids talk to their peers about bullying, they listen more than teachers and parents. Wow. That's a good one. I just learned this. So it's good that our kids, these young ones, get very proper or very good training at home, in their communities, in churches, so that they are grounded with good, enough wisdom. They are grounded with these values, these good values, so that they can impact, on their peers. Very, very important. Sometimes, it goes that way. Let's hear from Jordan. Jordan, have you ever had an experience with bullying?
Unfortunately, yes. For a little bit, I've had experiences with one of the girls that I thought was my friend. And she slowly started turning on me because when I was a bit younger, like I was thinking maybe like 4th, 5th grade, maybe like towards elementary school, I definitely had that change where I lost a bit of weight. So there was definitely that change. And the girls bullied me about it because they would always like talk behind my back, even if it was a bit physical, or if they would just make comments about me. But I think that I've grown from that experience, and I've turned it into a positive now, because now I put it in my past and I look at it and I'm like, now I know how to take that bullying and I know how to make it like put it in the back of my mind, like that it happened, but what I can do is stay positive as a person, you know, and keep like pushing forward. And
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. In your schools, are there like procedures or protocols where you can report some of these things when you go through them? Do you have stuff like that in the school? Okay. All right. And when you were going through that, I'm sure you told your parents about it, and they kind of counseled you and, you know, kind of talked you out of it. Did that situation kind of discourage you from trying to go to school or hang around with people when you were going through that?
It definitely did. It kind of changed the way I thought about different people. Like I thought that the friends that I had maybe thought the same way. It really changed my mindset, you know. And it wasn't the best thing. It really makes you feel really down, you know.
Right. And it kind of gives you the perception that everybody's like that. That everybody's mean, basically. And then it makes you cold, you know, and you kind of like it starts to develop some type of hate in you for people, right? Dislike. Wow. And in those situations, you get to feel good, and you get a good feeling when you talk to your parents about it, your family about it, and they give you kind words and, you know, supporting words and stuff like that, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. When you talk about, like, even if sometimes I know that it wasn't always as reaching out towards my parents, like I would talk to them, of course, like my family, but even if that was talking to like school counselors, or even if it was talking to some of my close cousins, like my really close cousins about it, and taking those ways to kind of, you know, slowly move positively.
Right. Move positively. I think one thing that I've learned from what you just said is that regardless of what you're going through, whether you're a young person going through bullying or an adult going through some things, the worst thing you can do to yourself is to not talk about it. And so, Jordan, thank you so much for sharing. Brianna, hey, did you have to go through a situation like that?
No.
Okay. What do you think of? Do you know what bullying is?
Yeah.
What is it, in your opinion?
Like constantly making fun of someone or like picking on them.
Okay. And you've seen people go through that?
Yeah, at school mostly.
Thank God that you have not experienced it. So when you see people go through that, what goes on in your mind?
Like I feel bad for them, or like I would probably tell the person making fun of them to stop.
Okay. And yeah. Okay. Usually, does it turn out okay? Are you able to help the situation and save someone from getting bullied? Like typically, have you been able to do that?
Usually I haven't like seen it like happen. Usually I see it online though, but like see it at school, but I'm like not there. Like I'm just walking past and see it. Like,
okay. So I think what I'm trying to get to is that you know, I don't know if your parents say it, but you know, as adults, we talk about it takes a village. It takes a village, and being there for each other. So when you walking past someone who's been bullied or is going through that, do you get the feeling, do you get that sympathy for that person? You say, man, this person is struggling. Let me do something to help. I get that's where I'm trying to get. Do you get that feeling most of the time to try to help?
yeah.
Okay. And when you do, are you sometimes successful with that situation?
I mean, maybe back in the past, yeah, but now usually kids don't listen. Like they don't really care.
Okay. And so if they don't listen, do you try to talk to your teacher or talk to some adult, or you just let it go?
Guess I would try to talk to some teachers.
Okay. Is that what you do, you said?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. No, great. Michaela, you haven't spoken in a while, so let's hear from you.
Fortunately, I've been blessed to have not ever been bullied, but I do have many friends who have unfortunately gone through that, and it has caused them serious like mental and physical pain because of it. But if I were ever to be put in a position where I witnessed someone being bullied, I would try my hardest to try to stop whatever was going on, as long as it wasn't getting physical, and I would be put in harm's way, something like that. And also to add on to something that I think Elizabeth said, about like teachers and how teachers and principals say, tell the students and things that bullying is wrong. It doesn't really help because because students don't listen that much. And then I feel, or at least this is how I feel, if they tell us to stop, but then we go to them and say that, or tell people to stop, and then they say, if something happens, say something, tell us. But if something were to happen and we were to tell them, more than likely, based off of my friends' experiences and things, then nothing happens. So we don't really see a point in going to teachers and telling them about our problems.
So you rather talk to your parents? Okay. Wow. Okay. Let me not put you on the spot. I was going to ask you a technical question about the system not allowing for a very efficient way of dealing with complaints about bullying and taking necessary steps and actions to check the problem. And so, but that we'll let that slide. Who else? Nathan, I don't know if you responded, but Nathan, if you haven't been bullied, thank God. And thank God for your life, Michaela and BRYAN, for not having gone through that situation. And for Jordan and Elizabeth, we share your pain, sorry it happened to you, but thank God more so that you came out of it even bigger. That's beautiful. And so Nathan, you want to share your, if you haven't been through it, that's fine. But what do you think of it, and what do you think we can do to make this situation, to curb the situation?
Me personally, I haven't been bullied by anyone at school or some random people I don't know. The only people that mess with me are my relatives, like my brother and my sister, and my father. Oh my gosh, my father especially. Anyway, as Michaela and Lizzie said, the teachers, like, if you tell them and then they don't take steps for anything to happen, so you just discuss it around your peers or with your parents, because I feel like students feel more safe. This is probably obvious, but they feel more safe with their friends or their parents than they do with the teachers, because they don't really do anything. I remember, I think when I was younger, my sister was telling us how she was bullied. I was in 4th grade at the time, and I was in 3rd grade, and we told her to go to the counselor, and she said the counselor didn't do anything. So I was confused why the counselor didn't do anything. But yeah, Michaela said this, but the teachers, they don't do anything. So we just discussed it around our peers, and our peers, they strengthen us most, because our close friends, we love them, and they share the love with us. We're happy to be around them.
Wow. I think that it would be nice to talk to some, we'll try and see if we can get some authorities who are in charge of education and whatnot to see. Because if the teachers are not taking this on, it's not helping, right? And bullying is a serious thing. It leads to a whole bunch of tragedies. People take their lives, it traumatizes folks' confidence. And so if teachers are not doing anything about it, it's weird. I mean, teachers, if anybody's a parent here and they know some teachers, or if anybody's a teacher on this platform, please ring us and let's hear from your perspective, okay? The number is 815-277-5047. BRYAN, Nathan, it's good you said something whilst you were giving your submission. You said, well, nobody has bullied you. You said that with some confidence, so you're the tough one, so nobody dare try to bully Nathan, because you're an athlete, you're a strong man, you were tall. How tall are you, Nathan?
I am 6'1".
Okay, So you don't want to mess with Nathan. He's 6'1". He plays soccer. He does trucks. And then he is. Are you a karate kid too?
Oh yeah, Karate Kid. Oh no, I mean I can fight.
There you go. No, okay. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for sharing. Nathan is a macho one, so you can't try to touch him. We have a caller on the line. Can you tell us where you're calling from, please?
Hi, my name is Joanne Bavuga. I'm calling from Michigan, and thank you guys for hosting this. I am really enjoying the conversation. I'm really saddened to hear that when these kids experience like the bullying, they're not, they don't feel safe to talk to their teachers, or when they talk to their teachers, they don't get any help. But my worry is when they talk to the parents, what do the parents do? Do the parents try to go to school and find out what's going on?
Okay.
Because that's the only way I think this can get resolved.
Yeah. That's a great question. That's a great question. Who wants to respond to caller? What's your name again, please?
Joanne Bavuga.
Okay, Joanne. Who wants to respond to Joanne? Anybody wants to respond to what Joanne just said? Okay, Jordan. Okay, Jordan, Elizabeth, you both had your hands up, and then Michaela. So Jordan, quickly.
Quickly, I think that parents do try. I know that if any case, I know parents will try and do anything because, of course, if it's your child, you want to go and support him or her the best you possibly can. And sometimes that might not always be so through towards the system. Of course, they go to the school, they talk about it, but sometimes the school won't do anything. Or as I said, like some of the students, they won't care and they'll just keep on doing it. But I think parents do really try, and they really try on helping their kids that situation.
Okay, awesome. Elizabeth, okay, her camera is okay. Go ahead. We have a no, it's fine, Elizabeth. We have a what? A third party. Okay. What's the name of your dog, Elizabeth? What's the name of your dog?
Zion.
Okay, Zion wants to be part of the show, so it's fine. Zion, you're welcome. Go ahead, Elizabeth. You wanted to respond to Joanne.
I think parents do try to go to the people in charge, the principal and all that, but it usually doesn't work. They just take the complaint. But nowadays, I feel like it's probably just me. But if I tell my parents something about the school or what's going on, I usually don't want them to go to the principal or something. I just want to rant.
You want to just rant, leave the space, right? Wow. Michaela?
From a friend that I have at their previous school, I'm not gonna give all the details, but they were seriously bullied, and it resulted in a serious injury. And I'm sure they told their parents, and they obviously had to go to the principal and things about it. But based off of what my friend had told me, the person who caused the physical injury, they did not get expelled. So no matter what parents do, it seems like the main office or the authorities of the school don't really do that much.
Wow. This is. Thanks for sharing. Authorities, I think the parents have been doing what they have to do, what they can, but I think the issue has been with teachers, the school system, maybe. But so hopefully we can have you guys and try to get a school superintendent or somebody in authority, right, on the show, and we would just deal with bullying. How about that, guys? Okay, we have another caller on the line. Can you please tell us your name and where you're calling from?
Hi, yes, I'm Tracy Steele, and I'm a principal at a school.
Okay.
And I just want to say,
hello?
oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, now we can hear you. We lost you for a second, but you were principal of a school and you listen to these kids. Please go ahead.
And I want to say thank you all for being brave and sharing your thoughts on just bullying and your experiences. I just want to give you guys an insight on what happens when those calls come into the principal office. Basically, what happens is they take the report, like I believe Jordan mentioned before, they do take the report and they do an investigation on the bullying. Most of the times, if you want something to happen immediately, have your parent not only call, but also write a formal report. There's a form in schools that you can have your parent to write and fill out. Once they fill out that paper form, something should be done. But here's the tricky part about that. What I find is a lot of times the parents want to know what actually happened to the other student. And by law, we can't disclose that information. So if they get enough paper bullying forms on that one student, it's possible that they can be expelled. So the best way to combat that is to make sure not only do they call and inform the teacher, but also fill out that form and call the bullying hotline, and you'll see something happen.
Well, that's very useful. I'm sure this response clear a few of the gray lines, right? Okay. Any of you have a comment or question to what the principal just said? Tracy, thank you so much for calling in and providing us with this information. But she's a principal, so feel free to ask her any question, guys. Anybody? I think Michaela will probably have a question. Michaela would have a question. Okay. Jordan has a question or a comment. Go ahead, Jordan. Jordan, you can go ahead.
Oh, all right. To the caller is
her name is Tracy.
To Miss Tracy?
Yes.
Okay, to Miss Tracy, sorry about that. When experiences like that, like bullying happen and they get reported back to you, how does that make you feel? Like how do those experiences like make you feel?
Well, I take every report very serious. I work with students who basically cannot be in a regular school environment. So I receive most of those students who get kicked out of regular school setting because of bullying and other things that they do to their peers. I take every situation serious. So when if a parent calls me and they tell me that their student is being bullied, we go through a restorative justice type process. And what happens is I do an investigation where I sit the student who is being bullied down, and I want to know your story, what's happening. And then I go and I get the other student alone as well, and I investigate and find out what's going on with that student. And then I try to bring both of you guys together so that we can squash it. 90% of the time, it's eliminated after I have that conversation. So how it makes me feel, it makes me feel horrible to hear that students are being bullied and you guys feel like no one is caring or no one is taking action for you all. So I'm encouraging you all, especially the leaders that are on this panel, and all of you all appear to be well-spoken and you appear to be great students. I want you to advocate not only for yourselves, but advocate for your friends, advocate for your peers who are less knowledgeable about this bullying situation, because as mentioned, it is very serious, and we do have students taking their lives because of bullying situations or doing something self-harming themselves, with other substances to numb the pain that they have. So tell them about peer mediation. Ask them if they've spoken with the principal about a bullying form so they can fill out a formal complaint. once it's in writing, things get done.
Okay.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, that really helps. And Tracy, you want to share your school or any type of information that regarding that, so that the kids know, you know, if you don't mind sharing, that's fine. If not, it's okay.
I work for it's a private entity, but I work with 31 school districts across Illinois. So my school basically, my district basically is a district within a district with a district within many districts.
Wow.
So I basically service Chicago Public School District. I also service all like 10, I think I have like 10 South suburban schools. I have 15 Northwest suburban schools that we deal with. So all this bullying, all the referrals and all that stuff that you see students participating in your regular school setting, all those kids get fed to my school district when they are not handled well in the public sector.
Wow. Thank you so much, Tracy. I think you've been very helpful for this evening's discussion. As always, you contribute to the Progressive Mind Show. We are very pleased that you called in and shared. We've learned a thing or two, and thank you so much. Guys, what would you want to say to Tracy?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you guys for participating.
You're welcome, and have a wonderful night. We have a next caller. Please tell us your name and why you're calling.
My name is Kwete Kong.
Yes.
I just wanted to contribute a little bit to the conversation.
Please go ahead.
Of course, you already know who I am.
Yes.
So yeah, I thought this was a very interesting topic, and you know, but the rest don't know. I'm a psychiatric and mental health nurse practitioner. So I work as a psychiatrist, and I actually usually deal with children, usually above the ages of 12. And a lot of kids that I see, especially over the last month or so, a lot of them come because they've been bullied in school, and they start to develop depression, they start to develop anxiety, they start to develop eating disorders, and it's a serious problem. Like, their stories are very sad to hear. And I even have one patient who has been having such issues that she has deep depression. She thinks about suicide quite often, and the parents have tried all kinds of things with the school, and the parents are now looking to move her to a different school district. And the school the girl goes to is a Christian school. So it's a private Christian school, which actually surprises me the most. But it seems like that school also has a very bad reputation from what the parents tell me, because this patient's older brother or older sister went through a very similar situation. So it's really hard for these kids. And you know, in time past, you go to school, you get bullied, and you go home and you be free. But now the bullying follows you from school.
Yeah.
So we have the cyberbullying element, which contributes to like the constant berating, the constant insults, and the constant fun making that these children have to endure. So they go and get it at school, and then if they're connected to their peers through the social media platforms, then it continues there. So it's hard for them to escape it. So it makes it so much more dangerous.
Right.
What I was thinking is that it should be, I don't know, and maybe the children can shine light on this. How do the school authorities, the principals, and the counselors like make the bullying rules, and how do they make the punishment for bullying made known to you? Because in my mind, what I think should happen, of course, I grew up in the 90s, so we didn't have anything like any auditoriums or school functions where they really broke it down like, this is bullying. If you're being bullied, report it to this person. If you're bullying, stop it. These are the consequences. These are the steps. I really think that if they held assemblies annually, specifically on bullying, showing the effects of bullying, how the school will tolerate bullying, what the school will do to bulliers, how to report bullying, I think it's going to reduce significantly, because a lot of people just think that, oh, I'm just making fun of this person. But then that person is going home and having all kinds of ill thoughts in their mind because they're being bullied.
Yeah.
Especially like with eating disorders. Fat kids get made fun of a lot, especially in school. And a lot of my patients who have eating disorders now is because they were made fun of because of their weight in school, and now they have all kinds of issues because of the bullying. So I was thinking that if they could do some kind of assembly or some kind of annual training on bullying and how the school responds to bullying and how the school responds to bullies and all that kind of stuff, and make it known to the kids on a consistent basis every year, I think something like that is going to
awesome.
I can't see something like that continuing in the midst of them knowing what the consequences and then the schools really being serious about it. So please just, I want the kids to shine some light of like, what did the school authorities make them aware of when it comes to bullying and punishments for bullying?
Wow. You guys heard the question, right? Okay. Somebody who wants to go first, try to respond to this. If bullying happens in your school, okay, Michaela, go ahead.
Well, at my school, they take bullying very seriously. We have multiple assemblies about it, and one of the main things they say after they do their research about it, or I loss of a word here, but if they once they finish reviewing the entire case, if you will, of the people involved in the incident, if they see something is wrong, then expulsion is one of their main sources, one of their main ways of punishment, I guess you could say.
Okay. Anybody else?
I feel like for bullying, the biggest problem is that there's like so many people that like see bullying happening like right in front of their eyes, but the biggest thing is that they just don't want to like report it, because I feel like people are just scared that they're going to be seen as like a snitch or someone that's just like tattletelling or something like that. And reporting it could like, I feel like, because like it happens like all the time, and I feel like there's always going to be like another witness there, unless it's happening one-on-one. I feel like there's always going to be witnesses happening, but like no one ever really wants to report it. And because they don't want to report it, it's going to happen again and again. And I feel like that's the biggest problem.
Thank you so much, Bryan, for sharing. Pastor Ate, thank you so much for chiming in. I'm sure that these kids have responded to you, and your contribution has really helped this show.
May I add one more thing, sir?
Yes, please.
I was very happy to hear that I don't know, the assistant principal or principal, I forgot exactly what you said.
Tracy?
But I was very happy to hear that, yeah, Tracy, that you said there's, I guess, some kind of like rehabilitation program for bullies. And it sounds funny, but I mean, it's a good thing, because there's a saying that goes, hurt people hurt people.
Yeah.
Meaning that those who have been hurt are the ones who usually hurt people in the end. And a lot of these kids are being abused at home, and they have all kinds of disorders going on. Sometimes it's not exactly them. They have certain things that are going on at home that cause them to lash out at other people, or to find weak people who they can take advantage of because they're taken advantage of at home. For programs in schools, I hope that this is something that they do. I mean, nationwide, but they should really talk and get counseling for those bullies and see like what is causing them to do what they're doing.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's a mental health disorder going on, or sometimes they're going through some things at home and they feel that, okay, this is how I'm treated, so this is how I should treat other people. So I'm very glad that there's at least something going on to investigate what's going on with the bully, so they can get some help, because many times they need help too. All right.
Wow. Thank you so much, Ate. We appreciate your call, and looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. The kids appreciate it, and we're glad that you called to contribute your quota to this.
All right. God bless you. Thank you very much.
God bless you too. So that was Pastor Ate with his thoughts. We also heard earlier from Tracy. Wow. Man, guys, what do you think about this conversation so far?
I think it's very
awesome. We have another caller coming through. Let's take this one real quick. We're going to take a commercial break, but this is very important. So let's go ahead. Somebody's tired. Looks like Brianna is tired. Brianna, are you? No. Look,
I'm focusing.
You're focusing. Okay. To be honest, who is very tired and wants to take a break? Like, I'm cool. If you're tired, let me know. Wow. Energy. Energy is what? Okay. So everybody is. Hey, Ernest, can you hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh man, good.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
feed was awesome. I'll get you in a little bit. We have a caller, and then Mark. Can you hear me too?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You okay? Awesome. This is great. I'm glad that you guys were able to come on. So we'll get to you guys in a little bit, but let's hear from the next caller. Please tell us your name and why you're calling.
My name is Kwesi AGUDZI.
Thank you, sir. Please go ahead.
I just wanted to call in today and congratulate all these young ones for the issues that they are committing to address today, and it's actually very encouraging to know that we have the next generation actually care about society and where we are going. Because for some of us, we were really, really bullied. Your host will tell you the kind of sporting schools we went to. We went through a lot of bullying.
Yeah.
But what I want to encourage all of you to do is be the difference maker. When I say be the difference maker, I'm saying that people like Martin Luther King, they stood apart and decided that, okay, you know what? Even though it's uncomfortable, I'm going to do something about it. So when you do see bullying going on, Nathan, Elizabeth will attest to the fact that I always say, make sure you intervene in some of these situations. Now, the second thing I want to say is that whenever you are out there, you are there representing your father, your mother, your extended family, all the friends that and friends or family who helped you get to where you are. So remember that your parents love you, right? Your uncles love you. They would always be willing to listen to you. So if you do have problems like this in school and you face some of these things, come back home, sit your mother down, sit your dad down, have a conversation with your dad. It's your dad, it's your mom. They're not going to kill you. Yeah, anything, Elizabeth, you know that. Your mother would always sit down with you. Your dad would sit down and listen to you. Your grandparents, discuss these things with them because some of us have been through some real bullying before. We survived it because family and friends were there to help us.
Right.
You need to also be the difference maker for your friends. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This has been very, very good. I was going to get your feedback to what he said. Anybody wants to respond quickly to what he said? Quickly, briefly. Anybody wants to say something real quick? Bryan, if you're talking, your mic is on mute. Okay, so I guess this is the Progressive Mind Show, and this is why we do what we're doing. And it's also tough to get this thing going. That's why we always we try to encourage the community to support us. We are a 501c3 non-for-profit radio show, and we try to make our society better. We try to build our communities through these pertinent conversations. And so please go on our website and donate to us. We're 501c, like I said. Your donations and contributions are tax deductible. And so it's the pmsshow.com. It's scrolling on the screen now. Our website is the pmsshow.com. Or if you just type the Progressive Mind Show, it will pop up. And then go ahead and make fat donations to us, okay? It's important that you make it fat because no, but on a more serious note, we need the lights up. We need to get equipment up. We need to improve on our technology so we can keep bringing you these programs. So please support us. We're also looking for volunteers, okay? Video editors, social media, marketing, all of that. They are so essential. And sometimes the work becomes very heavy for one person to carry. And so please volunteer your time, your skill set. If you're good with video editing, social media skills, marketing, production, whatever skills that you have, we're here. It's 815-409-9123. 815-409-9123. The email address is info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. If you go on our social media platform, IG, Facebook, YouTube, you can send us a message. Send me a message, and it will get to me, and I'll respond. We need your support. I do need your support. and to be able to keep going. Let's take this short break. When we come back, we shall continue with the show. And we are about to wrap up. These kids have done awesome. We're about to wrap up very soon. Stay with us. We shall be right back.
There is a crowd. Aglo. Bolingbrook Lighthouse is a network of caring women. We are a dynamic global movement with a single mission to see God's purpose fulfilled on earth as it is in heaven. Our mandate is every nation touched and every heart changed for God. We invite you to our prayer meeting every Saturday and breakfast meeting held every last Saturday of the month from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. via Zoom meeting. For more information, please contact Dickness Rebecca Modi at 630-297-1471 or Reverend George Ofe ADDO, our advisor, at 630-414-9505. We look forward to having a refreshing time with you in the Lord. Thank you and stay blessed. A cry in my heart.
See, that's gonna make some.
So we're going to be going straight to these great ones, our future, and they are talking about going back to school. We haven't gotten to that yet, but we'll give them the chance to speak on that briefly. Going back to school versus in-person school versus online studies or remote school, whatever. We talked earlier about COVID-19, their perception or their view to COVID-19, how it's affected our world, their families. We also got to know a little bit about their perception to our world in general. We're touching now on bullying, which is very, very important, which has drawn a lot of attention on this platform right now. And I know it's a bigger conversation out there. Let's keep it going. We're hoping that in the future we can get some superintendents, some higher ups to engage these brilliant ones on this subject matter, so we can dedicate the whole time for it, because it's very, very important considering the devastations that it brings to children and to people in general. So we thank you for staying with us so far. Please share the feed if you're on Facebook and on YouTube, so that these great ones, their message can go far. I'm sure it's going to inspire their peers. It's going to inspire adults and even younger ones. There's a lot of wisdom and intelligence that these young ones, these great ones, are exhibiting tonight. And I'm very, very impressed and proud. And I know that you watching us are as well. Let's hear from Ernest. Unfortunately, your feed had a little bit of technical issues from the beginning. But Ernest, we have talked about COVID-19, right? How people are, how the world is going, what COVID-19 has done to us. Do you have anyone in your family who has been affected directly by COVID-19?
No, no one that's in my family has not been affected by COVID-19.
Okay, what do you think of COVID-19 and our world in general?
Well, it really affected us by like the school system. Like, it was actually normal. Like, I would get able to get used to it, but now it's like I have to wear masks every day, so it's like confusing. Like every time I go to my classes, they tell me I gotta have a mask every day, so it's kind of new to me.
Yeah. Does the mask wearing bother you at all? Like, I mean, it looks like from what you're saying.
Yes, it bothers me a lot because I'm not used to wearing a mask at all, but I have to. So.
Okay. So some of your peers, I don't know if you heard them, but whilst your feed was, while we're having issues, some of your peers were saying, well, masks should be mandated for everybody. And I think they also said that vaccine should be mandated. Everybody should just get the vaccine and and wear masks all the time, so that we can curb the virus. What do you think about that? Are you okay with everybody getting mandated with the mask?
I mean, no, but like everybody have their health reasons why they should wear masks and why they should get a vaccines. But it's like everybody was trying to like get rid of COVID and everything like that. I mean, school system. But I mean, it's like it's hard to wear a mask and also try to get rid of this thing, basically.
Right. So what do you think? What do you think we should do to make the situation better?
Well, I wish this was technically already over with, but it's like we just gonna have to get used to it, like getting masks and also doing digital, because like if you like do it digital, it's still like confusing because everybody doesn't have good internet. But yeah, so I guess we're gonna have to get used to doing masses. But
Wow. Hey, Ernest, what would you want to become in the future when you grow up, man? First of all, what's your favorite subject?
well, my favorite subject is art.
Oh, is it fine, like fine art, drawing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and what do you want to become when you grow up?
Well, I really want to come with doing computer coding, and also like I like to draw a lot, so probably like an artist, basically.
So if you like to draw and you also love coding, I'm seeing you gearing towards engineering, architecturing, stuff like that, an IT type of software developer, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You think that might be something yeah, okay. Like your response. And so your favorite subject is art. Do you have any favorite artists that you try to learn from or watch on YouTube and stuff?
Well, actually, I don't have a favorite artist, but like I go to this program called Sky Art. Now they teach us everything about art. Like we also do like a computer class as well, and we also like do like different types of art. But yeah, like I don't have a favorite artist, but like we partnered up with Snapchat and everything before, so they like teaching me new things that I never even seen before.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you think of our world today, Ernest? Like, what do you think? If you look at our world, if you watch TV and you see people go through stuff, you go to the grocery store with your parents and stuff. If you observe the world, what do you think of it? What do you make? What comes into your mind and in your heart?
Let me see. Like it just new. Like everything is just different now because of COVID. So it's like sad for people. Like people's dying because of this stuff. So it's like I don't know how to feel at this point.
I got you. Do you think that our world is peaceful and people do good to each other? Do you think that people are nice most of the time and love each other? What do you think?
Well, it's kind of violent, but like most people like do love each other. I'm not saying like everybody don't love each other, but everybody does. But it's just like it's like violent and everybody like sometimes can't get along. So,
Okay. Right. So what do you think we can do to curb violence? I mean, if you have observed violence, what do you think we can do to
like we can just stop using guns and like stop trying to like start arguments and fights that can like lead us to that violence.
Wow.
Yeah.
If you had the power to change something, you just said violence and all of that. If you were the president of this country, okay, or you were the mayor of the city of Chicago, what would you use your power to change?
All like gun violence, and I try my best to do a cure for COVID, basically, for we don't have to wear masks anymore.
Okay, so that's a brilliant response, bro. And if you have to, okay, so how do you stop gun violence? Do you have any idea? Again, if you have the power, what would you say? Okay, let's do this.
I would like try to take every gun away, like that's been owned or made. But I mean, like obviously, police is not good with guns either, so that's not basically like hoping anything else. But it's like might as well take every gun away.
Wow. To get guns off the street.
Yes.
Do you know anybody who's been hurt by gun or violence in the city of Chicago?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Wow. And that obviously makes hurts, right? That makes you feel bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you gotten help from parents to try to help you through that trauma?
Yes.
Okay.
I have like a counselor, and mom and dad been trying to help me try to get through like things about like this gun violence and stuff. So yeah.
Oh wow. Quickly, lastly, have you been bullied? Have you experienced bullying in school, Ernest?
Yes, I have, like probably like 3 times.
Wow. And how did you deal with it?
Well, I could deal with bullying fine because I usually stay to myself. But like I could just deal with it, like I'm just cool with it. Like it doesn't really bother me as much.
Wow. Wow. What do you hope that teachers, parents, everybody can do to get rid of bullying or at least curb it? What would you like to see being done?
Well, if they can really see, like, let me just say this, like, if they can try to prevent it, like, if they can see like any stars up, then that will actually hope people start not getting bullied.
Wow. I don't know if you feel like sharing this, please go ahead. If you don't feel like it, don't.
Okay.
Whoever got hurt by violence or gun, was that your cousin, sibling, or?
Yes, it was my cousin Javel. He actually got shot, like 2 times.
Was he older or younger? Okay, much older.
Yes.
Okay, is he alive or he just got hurt?
Yes, he's alive.
He passed or he just got hurt.
No, he's alive. He's alive.
Awesome. Thank God that at least he has his life. That's a he or she?
It's a he.
Oh, guys, okay, good. Again, thank God he's alive, and we're hoping and praying that the city of Chicago, I mean, is the most beautiful city in the world, the second most beautiful city in the world, but it has its challenges, and as a people, and as a society, and as a community, all we can do is to pray towards that challenge that we're having, work towards it, be each other's keeper, and hope that things change. And we're optimistic, right? We know that things will get better. So thank you so much for sharing. Brian, no, not Brian, Mark, we have you online now. Your thoughts on bullying, Mark? Have you ever been bullied, Mark?
Personally, I've never experienced bullying that much, but
okay.
I've never really seen it go on because I go to like a Catholic school, and bullying is not really a serious thing, but though they take it very seriously.
Okay. And what do you think we have to do as a society, in your opinion, to check bullying?
I think that well, to check bullying, like I don't think that like people should like keep it to themselves. I don't like if they're not comfortable with sharing it, I think they should go out of their comfort zone and share it with others. It doesn't always have to be the teacher, maybe their parents.
Right.
I was my parents, but just as long as they don't make it a big deal.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing, Mark. What do you like about your family, guys? It's 10 minutes to 8 p.m. I didn't know we are going to go 2 hours. I just thought, we're going to do an hour and a half. But the energy you all have, the intelligence you guys have, I just want to keep learning from you. So, look, we might as well just go the entire 2 hours. And thanks for your energy and for staying with us and contributing. We appreciate it. So, let's talk about family, and then we're going to talk about back to school quickly. Okay, so briefly, family, guys, what do you love most about your family, and what do you like to do with your family? And I'll start from Michaela, and then we're going to go all the way down.
Well, family is a big part of my life. I have a huge family. I'm very family oriented. We are very open with each other, and we love each other. And then with my immediate family, we like to cook together. We go out, we shop, do most things together. So.
Okay, awesome. Nathan. What do you like? Yeah, what do you like most about your family, and what you like to do with your family?
I don't even know if I can pick what I like most about my family. They influence me a lot. They've been with me my whole life.
Wow.
For my younger sister. Well, yeah, most of my life. They help me get through things. Like, I remember when I was younger, there'll be those homework problems that no one else can get. My mother, she would stay up with me until like 12 a.m. trying to figure out the homework problem. I'd end up getting it right. I love how they encourage me. I know they might bully me a lot. It's okay though. They're just messing with me. They're preparing me for life. But they're just really nice people. I like to. We watch movies together sometimes. There'll be some random movie. It doesn't matter what genre it is.
What's your favorite thing to do with your family?
I don't even know.
I got you. There's a lot of things, man. You do track, you do, of course, go out, do outdoor games, stuff like that. So no problem. I mean, there's a ton of things. Always not knowing is an answer and a good one too. It's always not to know than to speak nonsense. Okay, I don't like when people talk crazy. So you see that you don't know or you know, and not knowing is a good answer too. Brianna, anything that any specific? I mean, I know you love your family, but one thing that you admire so much about your family, and another thing that you like to do a lot with your family.
So my family is from East Africa, Uganda. So we have many traditions, and I like to cook traditional food with my family. I like to do traditional dances and listen to our music. And also, what I love about my family is that they are really educated. Like, both my parents are nurses, so is my older sister, and most of my relatives are in the medical field. So yeah, that's it.
Do you speak any language from Uganda?
I know a little. I know some.
Okay. Which one? I mean, so what words can you say in Uganda? First of all, what's the name of that language or dialect in Uganda?
Called Luganda.
It's called Luganda. That's the name of the dialect, right?
Wait, of what?
No, I'm talking about what is the name of the dialect or language in Uganda?
Luganda.
What's the name again?
It's called Luganda.
Luganda. So what words can you say in Luganda? If you know, if you don't know, no problem.
I can greet. I can say many words, but I can greet right now.
So can you say greeting? Say that's like how are you?
Yeah.
How do you say how are you in Luganda?
Aliochia.
Aliochia. That sounds so cool, right? It sounds Aliochia, like chilling, like I'm chilling. I love it. Love it. How about you, Nathan? Okay, Nathan, where are your parents from?
Oh, my parents are from Ghana. West
Africa. Do you know what language they speak in Ghana? Your parents' native language?
So there's Eve and Akan Chui.
Can you say any words in those two?
That's besides the point.
Well, it's not besides the point. I see you doing the robot thing. That wasn't what I asked you to. I didn't ask you to give me some Michael Jackson moves. I was asking you to tell me, give me a word like Maliochia. You see how Brianna gave it to us? Yeah. Go ahead and give us a word in Eve or Akan. No worries if you can. Elizabeth, you got it? You want to bail him out? Okay, cool. How about Jordan? Jordan, do you know a word? Where are your parents from?
Both my parents are also East African, so Ugandan.
Okay. Do you know a word or two in Luganda?
Yeah, I can do a little bit of a greeting.
Like what?
Sonyuse Kubalabanyo Sebo.
That's wonderful, man. That's good enough. Okay. You tell us what you love about your family and the things that you love to do with them most.
I do not even know where to start, you know.
I know it's a ton. Just give us one.
I know. I could give you a whole list, but my top is how I love how supportive they are of me. Anything that I do, I know that they always have my back. Anything I need help with, they always make sure that I get the help that I need, the support that I need. And I just love them so, so much. And,
Awesome.
it's
Awesome.
so great.
Thank you for sharing. Bryan, real quick, your turn. What you love most about your family and what you like to do with them most.
What I like most about my family is that like whenever like we're all together, we're always like laughing and having a good time and like telling funny stories. And what I like the most is like when we go out to eat all together, we're always just having a good time. Like we're catching up because sometimes we're not always like together because like my parents, they work at different times of the day. So it's not like, I'm not saying it's rare that we're always together, but whenever we go out to eat and stuff like that, that's when we're together the most. And it's really nice because it doesn't happen all the time. And we're always just having a good time, making each other laugh, catching up on everything that's been happening in our life. And it's really easy to talk to them because they're like the closest people in my life. And I just love that it's just super easy to like talk to them and just be around them because their energy is just super positive and it's contagious too.
Love it. Love it. Ernest?
I like to do a lot with my family. Like they always try to support me and like they always try to help me with my homework whenever I need it. Like they just try to help me basically out with basically anything what I need, and I really like appreciate that. And like we do a lot together. Like we like watch movies and like play the games and stuff. I play the game with my dad. So
I love it. Love it. That's beautiful. It's beautiful, guys. You remember when I said that we're going to do the cross section? Now is the time. We only have about 2 minutes to go, guys. So you want to make it quick. If we go past 8 p.m. our time, it's fine. This is our platform, so nobody's going to sack us. Nobody's going to drive us away from this platform. We have a few minutes to wrap up, but I want us to do the cross section thing. So who want to go first?
Let me go first.
All right, go ahead, Bryan.
Wait, so what is the cross-section thing? I'm not too...
Okay, who knows what the cross-section is when we talked about it? Who remembers when we spoke about it from the beginning of the show?
You ask random people that are not random people.
Yeah, just pick somebody and ask them a question about your school, your city, something on your mind.
I mean, I guess I can ask Mark my first question because he came kind of late. I didn't get to catch too much stuff about him. I kind of want to know more about him.
Okay, so what do you want to ask Mark specifically, quickly, and then Mark, try to respond quickly because our time is far spent. Okay.
Well, I just wanted to ask Mark, like, what's your favorite sport? Because it seems like he's into sports. He strikes me as the type of guy that's kind of athletic, in the field. So I kind of want to know what his favorite sports are.
There you go, Mark. You want to respond quickly? Okay, so I think Mark's screen thing is frozen, so he probably didn't hear you. Who wants to go next? Okay, nobody. Okay, we want to do the cross section. Okay, I'm going to have to choose somebody to do it. I'm going to ask Ernest to ask Brianna a question. Just ask her any question at all. Now, you guys got to be pertaining to her school or family, but go ahead quickly.
Wait, can you repeat that again?
So you have not spoken to Brianna. I mean, you don't know Brianna from anywhere, but you'll see her on the show. She has been, I mean, we have had a good conversation so far. So ask her any question about her school, her family, her social life, her friends, what she likes to eat, stuff like that. Any cool question. And I want you to ask Brianna or anybody else on the platform. Just pick anybody.
Okay, so let me see.
Anybody has a question ready whilst Ernest is thinking about his question?
Yeah, okay.
Anybody else? Okay, Nathan, you got a question. Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, go ahead and ask me a question.
Okay.
It better be
So you've known my father for a long time, right?
Yeah.
How far do you guys actually go back?
Oh man, 89.
Yo.
Yeah. We
12.
were. Yeah, we were like, we were just, but body wise, no, you were taller for your age. I mean, at your age then, we were much smaller, but we were witty, we were smart, and we were grounded. We were respectful to our parents, and even though and because we went through, what you're talking when he called, he was talking about bullying, right? And we were talking about bullying. What we went through in Ghana it's not bullying. It was, you know what torture is? To torture.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we went through, and literally, I'm not even kidding. We were tortured as young people. But we survived it, and it was series of them, and it wasn't just one day. We were in a boarding house, so you were tortured every day. Okay, morning, afternoon, evening, and sometimes, yeah. So we went through a tough time, but you know what? It's grounded us. You see your dad. You see how he goes about life. It's because of all that he went through, and he was able to take it in. Thank God that it didn't affect us to the point where we wanted to commit suicide or we didn't go to depression, but it just kind of made us solid. It made us wiser and stronger. So there's nothing this life can throw at us that we cannot handle. Okay, and that's why he's such a good man to you, and that's why you see him do the things he does because of the kind of training that we went through in the boarding houses in Ghana. Most schools in Ghana are boarding. So you don't get to come home. You stay in there for 3-4 months. And by the time you come home, all the rough edges of you will be gone because you have grown folks there who will drill you like the military boot camp. And let me leave it at that. Okay. Who else has a question for me or has a question for somebody on the floor? Okay, go ahead, Jordan.
I have a question for you. What is your hobbies? What do you like to do?
Oh my gosh, I love people. I love to work for the community. I like to help my community. I love God. I love my family. So for me, it's God first, family, and then people. And then I love soccer. Soccer is my passion. I like to watch. I like to play. And I love to read when I was much younger. I'm not doing a lot of reading right now, but I love reading. And I care about people. So that's basically me. Anybody else has a question for somebody and not me? Please, guys, let me off the hook. I'm joking. I'm ready for your questions. Jordan.
All right, I promise to let you off the hook.
No, look, go ahead, please. I was just joking. Go ahead.
I have a couple of questions for the rest of these guys. So, like, were you guys like virtual for a little bit? Are you guys going back to school now, or are you guys still virtual?
Oh, I go to school in person now.
Okay.
I go to school.
Hey, Jordan, I also go to school in person. How about you?
I go to school in person, but my question was that when it was virtual for you guys, how was that for you? Did you find it difficult? Was there any like difficulties? Did you like it? Was it better? How did it help you, or how did it not? If you liked it or not, depends.
Oh, so there's too many distractions at home for me, so I can't focus very well on online schooling. When we were in online schooling, that's when we like first came into the state. Like we just got our new house, we were living. We didn't have Wi-Fi. And the hard part was connecting to the Zoom class and, learning the stuff because we didn't have Wi-Fi. You had to get a hotspot from the school.
That's a great question. That's a smart question and a smart response. Anybody else?
For me, it was definitely a struggle. There were the highs and lows. There were times where I loved it because I didn't have to really get dressed. I could be in my pajamas and I could just be at home. But then there were times where I started losing motivation to do my work and things, but my brain was like, you have to do this no matter what.
Yeah.
So I lost my motivation at times and my mental health was not at its best.
Wow.
So that was my negatives for it.
Awesome. Okay, great. You know what? You guys took us into the back to school with the interactions that you were having. And that's beautiful. And you see, that tells me that this group right here, and I'm sure you're representing a lot of smart youth out there, how deep you are. Because I did not usher the conversation into back to school, but through your interactions, we got there anyway. And that's just the beauty of this. I really appreciate it. Your time, your input. We have come to the end of the show this evening. What about Ernest? Ernest and Michaela, you are African Americans. Ernest, do you know a bit about Africa?
well, I know a little bit because we actually just went to like an African a museum. Now they were teaching us about Black history, and I know about Africa, like how we came from the slaves. Like we just been like bringing up like in this boat. Now they was like taking us back and forth from America, and yeah, bringing us back and forth.
Would you like to visit Africa one day?
Yeah, probably. Yes.
Do you know it? Do you know a country in Africa that you did like to visit?
Actually, no, I never been. Like, I
That's
never
fine.
searched it up.
No,
But
that's
I
that.
would like to be there.
Sorry.
I would like to be there, but I never searched up any country from there.
Awesome, brilliant response, Michaela. Any African country that you'd like to visit? First of all, do you know a lot? I mean, you know some things about Africa.
Well, actually, my family is Liberian, so
Okay.
I know a little bit, and I've never been there before, so I do want to visit one
Awesome.
day.
Awesome. Okay, so here are a few more comments, and we'll try to close out. Now, I want you all to prepare for your closing remarks. Okay, once I'm done with this comment, I want you to give us your closing remarks so we can bring this one to a very successful end. Elizabeth is too quiet. Elizabeth, oh yes, Elizabeth, I forgot about you for a minute. Okay, I think the last question was basically back to school. You want to say something, Elizabeth, before we close? Or actually, if you want to say something before I go to the comments, say it quickly. If not, you can give us your comments in your closing remarks. Is that okay?
Yes. For the back to school thing, for the COVID, like going virtual, I didn't do very well with the like digital learning because I guess I'm a like more on hands-on hand person. I learned through like being in the environment. I guess I'm like too comfortable at home to be motivated for it. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. That's a very good response. We much appreciate it. Jemima is like laughing. I don't know what she was laughing at. Jemima, what are you laughing at? Is it the same the experience that I was sharing back in Mali? Because Jemima went to the same high school as I went, and your dad too, Nathan. Very good children, Doctor. This is from Dr. Frazier. Very good children. Thank you so much. God bless you all. This is from Josephine Matavu. Oh, Jordan, very vibrant. And this is from Nicole. Great job, Ernest. Thank you for your comment, Nicole. And this one says, indeed, less guns off the streets. Let's guns off the street. I think that's a comment to what Ernest was talking about earlier regarding. Thank you for sharing, Ernest. Really appreciate your comments. That's from Dr. Gail Frazier. Thank you so much. Indeed, okay, I think we already read that. And this will be the last but one. Cure for COVID, brilliant. Awesome. Love their high IQs. Yes, you guys have displayed high level of IQs this evening. And annual training about bullying is a good idea. Kids need to know how to handle bullying. Our time is up. We went almost 10 minutes past 8 p.m. And I really want to appreciate these young ones, these great ones, for coming on the show and sharing out their thoughts and teaching us a few things that we grown folks can add to what we have already learned and picked up in all these years. Your closing remarks, guys, and then we can end the show. Jordan, you wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Oh no, quickly, I just wanted to ask Bryan and Brianna, I think we're trying to get back in.
Oh, okay, let's see here. Yeah, Bryan, okay.
There we go.
Awesome. All right, Bryan. Okay, so let's get a closing remarks. I see someone standing behind you, Bryan. Who's that? Your sister?
Yeah, this is actually Brianna because we're siblings. So
Okay.
she was just in a different room, but
okay,
her phone died, so we're just gonna be in the same camera. If
awesome.
Not too much.
Great. Okay, so last words. Let's start with. We have been starting with Michaela the whole while, so we're going to start from the bottom this time. So Bryan, you and Brianna can give us your closing remarks for today.
Closing remarks. Okay. Well, I learned a lot of new things, especially I learned a lot about like everyone here, especially like with I'd say the thing that stood out to me was about how all you guys were noticing problems in the world with like gun violence and stuff like bullying. No, the topic that stood out to me the most was the bullying in school because like me personally, I don't get bullied that much, but now like listening to your guys' stories and like what you guys went through, like it's starting to become more of like I'm starting to notice like people are actually like getting bullied like in their own schools and like in their own like spaces and like it's actually like happening to people and like we should actually act on it because it's a big problem and like when you don't report it and like when that guy came on the call and he was talking about how like kids come to him and they like bullying like has such an effect on them that they even have like eating disorders and stuff like that. Like bullying can go a long way and stuff. And like when people see bullying happen, instead of just like watching it, they should actually like report it and like actually try to make a change because it has negative effects on people and it's just happens too much too often and I'm just not a fan.
Wow. Thank you. Brianna, quickly, you want to
I
add
think
to?
what I learned from today was that I learned about new people and like how COVID has affected all of us and just everyone's background and like about bullying, like what people go through, like that we don't see. Like some people hide it and they're actually really suffering. And how people are scared to tell like teachers because they think they won't do anything, or people will like think they're snitch and stuff. So yeah.
Thank you. So Elizabeth, your turn.
I guess what stood out the most to me is how everyone's like dealing with back to school and the mask stuff and how we should like wear masks and get the COVID vaccine just to protect each other. So yeah.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Who's next? I think it's Jordan.
Overall, just seeing like Brianna said, everyone's different backgrounds and just seeing everybody's different experiences with today's problems, or like if it's seeing things that you know you're not alone in and there's other people who can relate to you, which is so great. And I love it how we're so open with communicating to each other, which is really great because now we all know that we can work through it together. You don't have to be silent about it. You can reach out for help and you have peers who are there to support you, which is really great.
Awesome. Thank you. Ernest?
Well, I am thankful from learning from everybody to see how everybody's situation, how they're going through, and also like the most like is like gun violence and it's COVID. Like that's the most like taken out from people today. But it's like I'm just trying to like do my best. But yeah.
Yeah. No, that's brilliant, man. That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Nathan.
It went better than I expected. This whole talk that we had, I don't know if you can tell, but speaking to people that I don't know and discussing about issues, it's not my thing. Especially when there's a camera, it just makes it a lot more hard. I was sweating at the beginning, I was nervous, but then I started to realize that, you know, we're all on the same side, we live in the same world, and we're facing the same problems, and we might as well work together to fix them.
Man, I love it. Thank you. Michaela, go ahead.
I just wanted to say that I've had a great time interacting with all of these amazing individuals, and that this was a very intellectual, very serious conversation, and I'm honored to be a part of it.
I am more honored and privileged to have you guys, man. This is what we want to live for. Literally, guys, this is what we really want to live for. To bring hope and to get our community going in this manner, you know. And there is so much positivity in our society, and we ought to be able to promote it. But then again, we should be also we should also be able to master the courage and deal with the challenges that we're facing, because within us lies the power to make these changes that we are expecting and being hopeful for. On that note, the Progressive Mind Show will come to an end this evening. We shall be back coming Sundays from 6 to 8 p.m. Sorry, 4 to 6 p.m. 4 to 6 p.m. on Sundays. 4 to 6 p.m. on Sundays CST. If you haven't already subscribed and liked our pages, please do so on Facebook and on YouTube. Turn on the notifications so each time we come, you can be part of this community building platform. And remember that we need your help, whether you're production, administration, marketing type of person, social media, video editor, please reach out to us. 815-409-9123. My email is info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. We need the support so we can keep doing these things week in, week out. On that note, I'd like to take this last two comment that came through. Go Jordan from Cool to Weird. Your name though. This is a brilliant initiative from Cool to. I'll just say Cool to. I'll leave the last one. And then this is from Ed. Big shout out to you all. Excellent job. Your parents must be very proud of you all. Keep it up, guys. And this is from Jemima. Good job, guys. Awesome. On that note, I'd like to say that to all of you parents, guardians who supported this beautiful, great ones this evening, God bless you. You just made your lives better. You just made our society and our communities better. And to you guys, Michaela Hollingsworth. Wait, did I get it right?
Hollingsworth.
I don't know where I got a book from. Hollingsworth. Okay. Michaela Hollinsworth at Kenwood High School, Nathan AGUDZI, ERNEST, Jordan, Elizabeth, you were the ones that stayed. Bryan and Brianna, and Mark. Unfortunately, we lost your feed, but you guys have been awesome. We're inspired. We're looking forward to have you guys back on again. Would that be okay?
Yes.
Okay. Hopefully we can do that. Well, to whom much is given, much is required. This has been Alinko, your host for the Progressive Minds. We shall be seeing you this coming Sunday, 4 to 6 p.m. and Wednesday. We'll be talking about Haiti, the situation going on with Haiti in Texas. And this Sunday, we'll be talking about time management, African time, Black people time. Why are we always late? It's very funny. This Sunday, we have experts that will dive and look into that subject matter. Again, to whom much is given, much is required. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye. See you. Bye.